Hello friends, welcome back to the last lecture of this lecture series for the subject Engineering Mechanics. This lecture of from unit number 6 based on the topic impact. In the previous video we have discussed about the kinetics of particle. In that we see Newton's second law, then work energy principle, then impulse momentum principle. Now in the last video we are going to discuss the impact and different type of impact bodies. First of all, impact. Impact means a phenomena of collision of two bodies which occurs in a very small interval of time, during which two bodies exerts a very large force on each other is called as an impact. The phenomena wherever the collision between two bodies will occurs, and this collision is in such a way that this collision is for a very short interval of time, but the forces exerted, the action and reaction forces exerted within this short interval of time are in a huge amount. That we called it as an impact. Mainly there are two types of impact, that is the direct central impact and the oblique impact. So let's see first of all the direct central impact. So considering two bodies, body 1 and body 2, and if the velocities of the object 1 and 2 before the impact and after the impact are collinear with the line of impact, then it is called as an direct central impact. It means that suppose body A is moving with an initial velocity u1 towards the right, and body B second is moving with an initial velocity of u2 towards the left, and here both will be moving and get impacted on each other, and after the impact further the body 1 is moved in the opposite direction with a velocity of v1, and body second will move again in the opposite direction with a velocity of v2, and both the velocities of these bodies, that is u1 u2 and v1 and v2, before the impact as well as after the impact are collinear with this line of impact, then that type of impact is called as an direct central impact. For example, if I am considering a ball and this ball is get dropped on certain surface, and then it will be get rebound. So here the velocity of the second body is floor, which is 0 before the impact, after the impact, but the velocity of the first body, that is the ball, before the impact and after the impact, it is along this line of impact. Therefore this type of case is called as an direct central impact. In case of direct central impact, the equation of law of conservation of momentum and coefficient of restitution are valid. Coefficient of restitution, this is a measure to know or to express the impact, and that we see in the next slide in detail. But now first of all, in case of direct central impact, whatever the equation of law of conservation of momentum, that is nothing but the impulse is equals to change in momentum, is valid, as well as this coefficient of restitution is also get valid. Second type of impact is indirect, or it is also called as an oblique impact. If the velocities of object 1 and 2 before the impact and after the impact are not collinear with the line of impact, then it is called as an indirect or oblique impact. For example, now first body is moving with an initial velocity u1 and this velocity is inclined. Similarly, second body again moving with an inclined velocity, then both will be get impacted with each other along this line of impact, and after the impact now body 1 is moving with a velocity of v1 which is further again inclined, and body second will be moving with a velocity of v2 again inclined in direction. So here the initial velocities u1 and u2 before the impact as well as the final velocities, that is v1 and v2 after the impact, both are not collinear with this line of impact. Those are called as an indirect or oblique impact. Now in case of this oblique type of impact, these inclined velocities are get resolved into horizontal and vertical component, that is u1 cos theta, u1 sin theta, or u2 cos theta, u2 sin theta, and then the equation of law of conservation of momentum, those will be written for x direction as well as for the y direction, and then solving those simultaneous equations that can be validated for this oblique type of impact. Next, coefficient of restitution. After deformation of two bodies, they try to regain their original size and shape in short interval of time, that is known as the restitution. And this restitution is measured in terms of a constant or a symbol as E, that is coefficient of restitution, which is equals to v2 minus v1 divided by u1 minus u2. It is nothing but velocity of separation to the velocity of approach. Means here this is u1 and this will be u2. So here u1 minus u2, those are nothing but the velocity of approach, and after the impact, now this will be the v1 and this will be the v2. So here v2 minus v1, which is nothing but the velocity of getting separated. So coefficient of restitution is equals to this velocity of separation divided by the velocity of approach. Next is law of conservation of momentum. In the earlier video we have discussed about this law of conservation of momentum, that is nothing but initial momentum is equals to final momentum. In this case the impulse developed is equals to 0, as the action and reaction forces exerted during the impact both are same in magnitude but opposite in direction, and hence the momentum before the impact, that is initial, and momentum after the impact, that is final, both are same, which is said that m1u1 plus m2u2 is equals to m1v1 plus m2v2. If after the impact both the bodies moves together, then the law of conservation of momentum can be written as m1u1 plus m2u2, that is equals to m1 plus m2 into v1. As both the bodies are moving with the same velocity, therefore we can say the velocity of first body is equals to velocity of second body is equals to the constant velocity v, and hence m1 plus m2 into v, or we can say the velocity v is equals to this initial momentum divided by the summation of mass. This case we can say when a bullet is get fired and it is fixed in a box, and then box and bullet both are moving with the same velocity. So it means that in the impact of bullet and box, both will be get moving with the constant velocity or the same velocity. Next is law of conservation of kinetic energy. Now similar to the law of conservation of momentum, you can say here the initial kinetic energy is equals to final kinetic energy when the value of work done is equals to 0, that is no work done is there, then the initial kinetic energy is equals to the final kinetic energy. You can say half of m1 u1 square plus half of mu2 square is equals to half mv1 square plus half of mv2 square. Next, type of bodies or type of impact. Now based on the value of coefficient of restitution E, the impact or the body can be classified into three categories as perfectly elastic body, or semi-elastic body, and third perfectly plastic body. Now the features of these three different classification is that first, perfectly elastic body. In this type of body E is equals to 1, that is nothing but the velocity of separation is equals to velocity of approach, or we can say u1 is equals to v2 and u2 is equals to v1. Second, the momentum is get conserved, that is initial momentum is equals to final momentum in case of perfectly elastic body. Similarly, kinetic energy is also get conserved, that is initial kinetic energy is equals to final kinetic energy. Second, semi-elastic impact or body. In this type of body, E is lying within the range of 0 to 1, means E is having a value of 0 to or in between 0 to 1, that is 0.1, 0.2 or like that up to 0.9999. Now in this type of bodies, momentum is conserved, but kinetic energy is changed, means the initial kinetic energy is not equals to the final kinetic energy, and therefore there is a loss in kinetic energy, which is determined as final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Then third type of impact or body is perfectly plastic body. In this case, the value of coefficient of restitution E is equals to 0. Then momentum is conserved, but after the impact both the bodies move with the same velocity, and also kinetic energy is also changing, that is loss in kinetic energy is equals to final kinetic energy minus the initial kinetic energy. Now in case of direct central impact, the formula for coefficient of restitution can be rewrite as E is equals to square root of h divided by h, where small h is rebound height and capital H is height of drop. As I have explained the example in direct central impact, considering a ball dropped on the floor. So here first body is ball and second body is this floor. So H, capital H, is the height of this drop. Now after the drop, the ball is get rebound, and this height or rebound height is called as an small h, that is nothing but the rebound height, and this is an example of direct central impact. Now in this case we know velocity E is equals to velocity of separation divided by velocity of approach. So here the velocity is determined as under root of 2gh. This formula is derived based on considering the potential energy or based on considering the kinetic energy. So here considering body 1 and considering body 2, we know V square equals to U square minus 2gh. This is the equation of motion in case of the vertical motion. Now here in the first type, when ball is get dropped, then in that case the initial velocity of the body is there u, and final velocity is equals to 0. Therefore solving this we get finally u is equals to under root of 2g capital H. Then in the second case of rebound, here again applying this equation, V is equals to initial or final velocity is again equals to 0, and here initial velocity is equals to V. So V square minus, now here the height is equals to 2g small h, that is nothing but the rebound height, again equals to 0. Therefore V equals to again under root of 2g small h, and we know that the second body is floor which is at rest. So the value of these are the values of first body ball, that is u1 and v1, and we know as the floor is at the rest, therefore v2 and u2 both will be 0. So here substituting the value in this equation, finally we can write here that velocity of E is equals to velocity of separation, that is nothing but the v1, divided by the velocity of approach, that is nothing but the u1. So substituting the values as under root of 2gh small h divided by under root of 2g capital H. So solving this equation, finally we get E is equals to under root of h by h, where small h is the rebound height and capital H is the height of drop. Now based on these concepts, let's solve some numericals. The two balls are moving as shown in figure. Find their velocities after the impact and loss in kinetic energy due to impact. So here, using the law of conservation of momentum, initial momentum is equals to final momentum. So ball 1 is moving with 5 meter per second, second is moving 2.5. So 5 is positive, 2.5 is negative. Mass of first is 1.2 into 5 plus 2.4 into minus 2.5. Then after the impact, V1 and V2. So we will get the first equation of V1 V2. Then second, we know E is equals to V2 minus V1 divided by U1 minus U2. Substituting the value, we get the second equation V2 minus V1 as a 6. So solving first and second equation, we get finally V1 equals to minus 4 meter per second and V2 equals to 2 meter per second. And therefore loss in kinetic energy equals to initial kinetic energy minus the, or we can say the final kinetic energy minus the initial kinetic energy, or as here loss is occurred, it means initial is more and final is less. That's why initial minus final is considered. So 22.5 minus 14.4, we get the 8.1 joule is a loss in kinetic energy. Second, a 20 mg railroad car moving at a speed of 0.5 meter per second to the right collides with 35 mg car which is at the rest. So here this car is moving with 0.5, this car is at the rest. Then after the collision, 35 mg car is observed to move to the right here with a velocity of 0.3. Second car, determine the coefficient of restitution between the two cars. So again applying the principle of momentum of conservation, initial momentum is equals to final momentum. So here MAVA plus MBVB is equals to MAVA dash plus MBVB dash. Substituting the values of velocities, finally we get VA dash is equals to 0.025 meter per second, and hence coefficient of restitution E is equals to VB dash minus VA dash divided by VA minus VB. E is equal to 0.65, and from this we can also say that the value of E is lies between the range of 0 to 1, or we can say here that E is equals to between 0 to 1. So this is a semi-elastic type of impact. Next, a ball is dropped from an unknown height on a horizontal floor from which it rebounds to a height of 8 meters. So small h is given 8 meter and E is given 0.667. So calculate the height of drop. So this is the example of direct central impact. Therefore E is equals to under root of h by h. Substituting the values, you get finally capital H is equals to 0.982. that is nothing but the ball is get dropped from an original height of 17.982 where it is having a rebound of 8 meter. Next, a 45 mg rail car moving at 3 km per hour is to be coupled to 25 mg car which is at rest. So determine the average impulsive force acting on each car during the coupling process which lasts for 0.3 seconds. Also find the final velocity of coupled car. So here two cars are given, M1 and M2. Initial velocity of first car is given 3 km per hour and second car is at the rest. So it is a case of perfectly plastic impact. Why? Because both the cars are get coupled to each other. This means that after the impact both the cars are moving with the same speed and hence it is considered as a perfectly plastic impact. And we know in case of perfectly plastic impact E is equals to 0 and V1 equals to V2 equals to V. Therefore using law of conservation of momentum, For this plastic impact, m1u1 plus m2u2 is equals to m1 plus m2 into v. So substituting the value, we get the velocity with which both the cars are moving after the impact, that is 0.536 meter per second. And hence we are using the impulse momentum principle, that impulse is equals to change in momentum of first, or we can say change in momentum of second. Any one body can be considered for considering the change in momentum. Change in momentum of first vehicle, or it is also equals to the change in momentum of second vehicle. So any can be considered. So let's consider here f into time interval is given 0.3. So considering the first car, 45 into the velocity is 0.536 minus u1 is given as 0.833. Finally we get force of 44.6 kilonewtons. So here a force of 44.6 kilonewton is applied as a impulsive force, or acting as a impulsive force. So in this way we can solve many number of problems by using this impulse momentum principle or the impact of the bodies. So in this way we have completed the lecture series of the subject engineering mechanics. For any doubts, you can ask the question in the comment box, which can be get answered as early as possible. So thank you for the watching this lecture series for the subject engineering mechanics. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you.